ライオン神エスカノール様だ。震えるさ。
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Critic Alex. The real Netmarble CEO. And today I want to go through all of the shops in 7 Deadly Sins and give you my advice, my opinions on what's the best and things to purchase and what are the things to avoid purchasing or the worst things to purchase. So without further ado, let's just dive right in. Of course, right away at the beginning, the final boss shop, there's only a few hours left until it's completely closed. But in general, if the rewards are going to be similar for the final boss seasons, I'm not sure if they are going to be, but pretty much everything in the shop is good. Obviously, if you have a limited number of coins, you want to go for the cosmetics first because they are the most usable. Cosmetics are up there with new characters in terms of their overall value. Anvils are always amazing. 5-star awakening stones are great. The demon drops are good as well. And then the cups are fantastic. Pretty much the only not so good reward from this entire shop is the 4-star awakening stones. But I'm not going to complain. They're all free stuff for me, so I think it's amazing. Now, before we get into the rest of the shops, I just want to give a really quick reminder about diamonds. I honestly think about 50% or roughly 50% of your diamonds should probably go towards new character pulls, but you don't have to spend 100% of your diamonds pulling on new banners. A lot of your diamonds should actually be going towards cosmetics as well. I think it's something that's a bit underappreciated at times, and there are some really amazing content creators out there like Sekapoko who do cosmetic guides. Cosmetics are amazing. They bump up your character's stats, they make them stronger in all content, and they are super useful, and they can actually make certain characters, for example, Hauser with his best cosmetic, the 8% pierce rate Eye of the Storm, I believe, becomes a powerhouse for geared PvP. And cosmetics are basically essential for gearless PvP, especially as the game progresses and players become more veteran. Everyone's going to have geared cosmetics in gearless, which is going to raise the minimum CC for actually competing in that game mode. So yeah, don't necessarily blow all your diamonds on pulling characters. Strange thought, I know, coming from a whale like me who spends all my diamonds on Escanor, but yeah, I just wanted to give that out there. I just want to throw that out there. It's not worth a whole video, but it's worth something. Now, the coin shop. This is the place where you're probably going to be spending the most amount of your time spending things, and you're going to be wondering if you're spending them in the right way. So, right off the bat, platinum coins, these are the rarest. These are the most expensive currency that you will get. They are used pretty much exclusively, I would say, for characters. Now, of course, you're going to have to check with tier lists and guides to see which characters, and if you have the patience, and if you don't need the character that badly, it's always better to wait for them to be on sale, but new characters like Gother and Red Demon Melly will be rotated into the shop at 7 coins, and then it can take a month or more for them to be rotated down. So you have to basically evaluate whether those 2 coins being saved is worth the 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks that it could take to rotate. I would never buy SSR Pendants for platinum coins, and I would never buy Part 1 tickets. I know that's a guaranteed SSR, but it's not worth it. The chance of you getting a dupe is very high, and it's just not worth it at all. For gold coins, I think for the majority of the time, once you've gotten all of the characters from the gold coins, you're going to be getting SSR Pendants and SR Pendants. It's actually not the worst conversion in the world, 1-to-1. 10-to-1 is kind of ouch, but you only need 3. Pretty much everything else besides characters and pendants is not good. For the characters, you can also, again, wait. You have to judge how long you can wait, but it's 30 off sale and 20 on sale. Pretty much every character on here you want to purchase at least once. You want to make sure these all turn into coins and not real characters, because that will mean that every pull, every duplicate that you get from future banners and future tickets and stuff will turn into a platinum coin. So if you have all these characters, let's say, but you don't have Green Griamore, and you're like, I'm not going to spend 20 coins or 30 coins, red gold coins on Griamore because he's trash. Well, guess what? If you pull Green Griamore out of the next banner or the next pity or whatever, then you'll get that character. Yeah, you save the 20 or 30 gold coins, but you could have instead purchased him for 20 or 30 gold coins, and then when you pulled him, you would have gotten a platinum coin. So yeah, would I trade 30 or 20 gold coins for a platinum coin? Hell yes, I would. So make sure you pick up all those characters. Obviously, you want to pick up dupe levels for Hauser and Jericho and Arthur's alt in particular. They're amazing characters for a lot of content. And then you could work on some of these other characters, but none of them really need their alts to perform at a high level in most content. And then some of them just straight up don't have good alts. So yeah. Silver coins are primarily used for exchanging 1-to-1 with stamina potions. There are some other things you can use here if you're desperate, like I was getting Tuigo to 75, so I did a few of these exchanges. But otherwise, the rest of the exchanges are pretty expensive and just not worth it. These ones, unlike gold coins, you don't necessarily have to spend 20 or 30 silver coins to get these characters unlocked, because you're going to get a lot of these from pulls. So you'll find all these characters and you'll unlock all these characters eventually. They're not nearly as good. You know, exchanging 20 or 30 silver for 1 gold is actually not very good compared to being able to exchange 20 or 30 gold for a platinum. And then friendship coins, there's basically 2 things you want to do with them. I was making the mistake when I first started playing. I was exchanging my friendship coins for stamina pots. If you're free to play, you might have to do that if you're really desperate, but generally speaking, you should be exchanging your friendship coins for either the dungeon, Fort Solgris dungeon entries to try to get more pendants, and also the fight tickets. These are also really good because you can generate like 1,200 of these per day at minimum, so you can get, you know, 4, 5, 6 extra entries per day, which is really good, especially if you're using coin food and you're grinding up those coins for the Fight Festival shop. Speaking of the next shop we're going to talk about after the coin shop, really quickly I want to talk about the item shop here. Generally speaking, all of these items are bad. If you are Omega whaling and you don't have time to farm affinity, you could, I guess, spend 20 diamonds to max out a character's affinity, but I don't think it's good. This you will often purchase if you're trying to grind out wins in the PvP and you're trying to grind out more coin food and stuff like that. Not the worst thing in the world, but you can also just purchase this straight from the PvP room. And then finally, sometimes they have a double stamina event where it will be 100 stamina for 1 diamond. If you're a moderate spender to a whale, this is actually not that bad. 100 stamina for 1 diamond is pretty decent, but only combine this when it's on sale. It's not on sale right now. And combine it when there's some sort of event on, either half off Fort Solgris or half off free stages or half off boss stages. Don't just buy the stamina to just hoard the stamina and then not actually take advantage of it and use it. So next up, we have the Fight Festival shop. I'm going to have to zone in here to... That's the wrong shop. You have to zone in here to PvP. Now, the Fight Festival shop, you're going to get PvP coins from Elite PvP. You want to get, if you can, up to Challenger as fast as you can, because you're going to get 3,000, I believe, or 3,500 coins every week. So it's an amazing way of getting coins for it. Let's see here, 3,500? No, 3,000. So 3,000 PvP coins. But you can also get PvP coins, of course, by eating coin food. There's 3 types of coin food, and it will multiply your winnings by 1,000%, which means that you'll get 33 coins per win. So you can stay with like a 60-70% win rate and still grind up a lot of coins. Now, what do you want to spend your PvP coins on? Well, generally speaking, you have to get to Platinum in Gearless PvP, I believe. Maybe you can do it in Geared as well, I'm not sure. But you want to get there for, excuse me, sorry, no, you want to get to Masters. I misspoke. This whole section is generally not good. If you are building up a crit damage set for like Jericho, Blue Slater, or Green King, you can pick up some of these. You can also get these for free from the chests that drop when you get green, red, or blue rewards at the end of every season for PvP as well. Those PvP chests in Gearless PvP. So you don't necessarily have to spend your coins, but you can see it's very, very cheap. I wouldn't recommend spending this many coins to get the SSR versions. You'll eventually pull them for free, like I said, from the chests. But yes, over here, weapons, you have to get to Masters. You want to get these UR weapons. Obviously, getting them all would be amazing, but you should prioritize the ones for characters that you need, characters that you have. Like, of course, King. This is amazing because you can use this chastiful for both Green and Blue King. You've got this Ellie Hawk equipment that you can use for all 3 Ellie Hawks, Blue, Green, and Red, and so on and so forth. As soon as Demon Melee drops, I'm going to be picking him up in the Platinum Coin Shop, and then I'm going to be getting the Evil Spirit Sword for him. So these are definitely the most valuable things, the UR weapons. After the UR weapons, you can get the SSR weapons. As you can see, I haven't purchased as many of them. They're not necessarily as good. Again, it's a value proposition that you need to make with yourself. It's a lot cheaper in terms of coins. It's like a third of the price, but it still costs, you know, almost 500, which takes a while to grind up. So eventually you do want to buy all of these. Sure, they're great for adding CC and adding extra stats, but for some characters, they will get so many UR weapons that you may not even need to purchase more than one of these. Oh, I should actually probably purchase this one. But yeah, check the stats as well. And then you should also get to gold, or no, silver over here, to get the anvils. You should be spending 2,000 coins per week to purchase these anvils every single time. So that's why I'm a little bit less hype about the SSR weapons. I mean, they're great to get free cosmetics, but if you're already spending 2,000 a week here, you're not going to have much left over for those weapons as well. So you may have to prioritize and like alternate week over week, but try to get the anvils and try to save them and hoard them for when Training Cave comes out, because anvils plus hammers is just delicious. Everything else in the Fight Festival shop I don't think is very worthwhile. I think this is way, way, way overpriced for just one. And these may seem attractive if you're trying to get up to Challenger or trying to get Champion 1. It's not worth it. Just use coin food, or if you want to be sweaty, just use HP food or something like that. It's the taste of victory and the taste of defeat. it's really not worth it at all. Next up, we have the Knighthood Shop. We have to go over here. The Knighthood Shop is amazing. You obviously only unlock it once you get into a knighthood, so you have to beat chapter 6 of the story in order to be able to join a knighthood. And then depending on your knighthood's level, you will have different things available to you. I think the maximum shop level right now is 9. There aren't that many alliances or that many knighthoods that are at level 9. Mine is almost at level 9, but not quite there yet, so this is locked. From the Knighthood Shop, and again, you get these coins through at the end of every week based on your ranking. As a knighthood, you'll get a certain number of coins. Top 1% gets 600 coins, and then top 3 get a little bit more. And then you also get them for donating to your knighthood by donating horns, wings, and howlix ears. Those are pretty valuable for awakening, for limit breaking, so it's not necessarily something you can do all the time, but consider it to sort of build up a stockpile. As far as the actual things you want to purchase, the awakening materials, if you're like desperate to finish someone's awakening, it's not bad, but it's not great. So I wouldn't recommend purchase. Like, I wouldn't go here a lot. You're going to be, trust me, you're going to want to save your knighthood coins for something better. Level 2 is just more awakening materials. Again, some of these can be hard to farm for sure, but you can farm them when it's free stamina or free half-off free stage event, and you can get some, and you can save your coins. Here is where it starts to get better. Here, a lot of free-to-play players will be purchasing 3 stamina potions per day for 60 coins. This is not a bad deal at all. I usually don't because I'm a whale, so I have tons of stamina potions, but it's not a bad deal to do it if you are free-to-play, so you can definitely get 3 extra stamina potions per day that way. And so on weeks where there's no half-off stage events, you can farm up stamina potions, and you can, over a week, you can have an extra 20 or 30, and then you'll be able to use that the next week when there's events. And then you can also get the SR Pendants are not that good, I think, and you can only buy 1. But the items here, the food that multiplies the drop that you get from the boss battles by 100%. This is not bad. I used to think these were really, really bad. There's one for each, for Crimson, for Red, and for Great Demon. I used to think these were all garbage, but they're actually not. For 90 coins, I got, instead of getting whatever 4, 5, 6, instead of getting 15 horns today when I ran, I got 30 horns. So I multiplied my horns by 2 in the 3 runs that I did, and it only cost me 90 knighthood coins, which is pretty much a day's worth. It's 50 donated, and then more from the tasks. Now, obviously, you wouldn't want to donate, then to buy this, then to spend it, but you can sort of see how it works. Once you have a surplus in the future, you'll be able to donate more, and then you can buy these and stockpile them, and then when you need them, you can sort of spend them. So they're not the worst thing in the world, not the best thing in the world, but if you're desperate to awake to limit break characters, it's not bad. And then this is basically the best place to spend your knighthood coins, is the SSR pendants. You get 1 pendant per day for 300 coins. It's very expensive, but it's very worthwhile. You're going to need 12 pendants minimum to get new characters from 60 to 75, and then once they introduce level 80, it's another 3 pendants. There's so many SSR characters you want to limit break, so yeah, these are great. And then at level 9, you'll be able to get some more items here. This is not bad, 100 for 1. This is, I don't think this is very good, but then these are pretty good. It's 300 for 1 6-star cup. Again, you can farm cups, you can farm chalices more easily than you can farm SSR tokens. Pendants. So originally when I saw this, I thought this was amazing, but now I think that this is better, but it's really up to you based on what you need. But yeah, the pendants, by far the best thing in that shop. And then over here is where you can contribute to getting more coins for your knighthood to then spend those in the shop for different items. Then we have the material and equipment shop. Now the material and equipment shop, you will find there's 6 of them, each one in a different village that you have here. Now the thing with the equipment and item shops is that they will get a discount. They will be affected by your boss battles, your death matches, and you'll get a 20% discount when you beat a boss. So for example, here I can't show you because I haven't done it, but if I were to beat this boss in Leon's castle, then I would get a 20% discount. Let's pretend this boss was here. Okay, let's say I beat the chapter 5 boss. If you beat the chapter 5 boss, not the boss, but the death match, or if you beat one of your friend's death matches for chapter 5, it doesn't matter, then you'll get a discount there. Then what you can do is you go into the village, pretending I have a 20% discount from defeating that death match, whether it's my death match or a friend's death match. That 20% discount for an hour, you can go in and you can buy things at a 20% discount. Now, you know, you may not need to buy these things depending on how your account looks and whether you're free to play or not, but you can combine this 20% discount with a regular village donation. Now, the village donations only work once you have 5 hearts, so keep that in mind. If you're not there yet, you need to grind up to 5 hearts. But you go over here, and yes, you talk to her or whoever it is, and you donate 30,000 gold. It's a super small amount, and you get a 20% discount. The 20% discount stacks with the 20% discount that you get for death matches. So now the material shop and the equipment shop both have a 40% discount. Now, I don't have the other 20% discount because I haven't beaten any of the death matches for this village for Chapter 5 yet. So, you know, these are a little bit off the price. It's 20% more expensive than it should be. But if you desperately need rare equipment, it's not the worst thing in the world to buy a couple of pieces, especially the runes, if you desperately need them. Obviously, I wouldn't buy crit resistance. I would only buy like attack, defense, or HP. And I'd only buy 1 or 2 if you're desperate. 95% of the time, you never buy equipment from here at all. You can just grind up equipment in the free stages or in the sort of quests where you have to do a certain number of them, and then they give you the drop automatically. The better thing is the material shop. I love getting the 40% discount and then going to a material shop and purchasing pretty much everything at level 3 and level 1. Now, again, depending on how much gold you have, you may not be able to purchase as much, but it's really not a bad deal at all if I had the 40% discount. Pretend I did have the 40% discount, okay? It would be 1.6 million or whatever, 1.5 million instead of being 2.2 million. Million, what the hell? Instead of being 2,000 gold each, it would be like, whatever, 1.6 thousand gold. But yeah, I've just purchased this all for things that I need to cook, that I need to make for affinity. And I just stockpile them, you know, unless I have more than 100 of each. If I have like more than 200 of each, then maybe I don't. But otherwise, I purchase all of these. Level 2 is just the ones that you bake, the ones that you cook from those. So I don't necessarily buy these. And then level 3 is awakening materials. So this is where I think it's much better to buy awakening materials than using the knighthood coins. That's why I said it. Yeah, it's expensive. This would be actually, I think, 100,000 or 90,000 if I had the other 20% discount stacked on top for 40%. But for the ones that I don't have much of, like, see, these ones I have a lot from the boss battles, but for the awakening materials like that one and the totem, where I don't have many of them, I usually try to buy these out every single day if I have the gold, because it keeps my, it keeps my levels balanced so that I can actually continue to awaken characters to 6 stars without getting into those roadblocks. And then you don't want to have, like, a super imbalance of items where you have a bunch, hello, chickens, where you have a bunch of one type of item and not enough of another type of item. So that's what I do for the material shop. I basically never use the equipment shop, but try to combo the material shop with a 40% discount from both the deathmatch of the corresponding village plus the 30,000 gold that you donate once you've gotten the village to 5 heart affinity or whatever affection in order to get that juicy 40% discount on those awakening materials and on the ingredients. The last thing we want to talk about, it's all the way on the other side of the map, always. The last one I want to talk to you guys about is the Popup Shop. And the Popup Shop, generally speaking, if you find really rare weapons for really good characters like Jericho, they're worthwhile spending 30 diamonds, because basically the Popup Shop is like another version of the cosmetic shop, the Sacred Treasure Shop. It's basically the same. So if you have a really good weapon here, like, you know what? I might just buy this right now. Now, this is not a great, this is like a mega whale purchase, but this is good for Fighter Diane because of the association with King. Now, again, it's not going to give King very much. Okay, oh, I wish I could take this. I wish I could say yes to this. It's not going to give King much, but it is going to give him something. So you obviously have to look at the value of the cosmetic in terms of how many UR and SSR the character has. I generally don't purchase SR equipment at all in the pop-up shop. They're only going to show up for gold anyways. They're not going to show up for diamonds. But I only purchase SR equipment in the cosmetic pop-up shop when the character doesn't have many cosmetics in general. So a character like Alioni, right? He just doesn't have many cosmetics. So if I really wanted to use Alioni, he's only got 3 weapons here. So yeah, you're gonna, it's not this one, maybe not, but this one, I bought this one. It was like whatever, 200,000 gold, 250,000 gold. And just like the material shop, you can combine, not for diamonds, but for gold, you can combine that 40% discount. So if I go and I beat, again, you have to time it right, because I only have 15 minutes left on this pop-up shop before it leaves this village. But if I beat this death match from this village, and then I go donate 30k gold, and then I come back here, instead of being 250k, you can see it's down to 200,000, and it would actually be down even further because I would have a 40% discount stacked. And then you could go here, and you know what? Druid Hendrickson and Druid Master and Grandmaster. Probably not a good purchase because he has a bunch of SSR and maybe a couple UR weapons. But for characters that don't, it might be a more worthwhile purchase. I'm actually still considering purchasing this. But yeah, for characters like Jericho, Hauser, and a few others, maybe Blue Slater, Red Slater, the UR weapons are really nice, one-time or two-time purchase. And then you just sort of have to base that on and sort of decide on that, whether you have the character or not, and whether you use that character a lot or not. But in that sense, it's the same as the Sacred Shop, except that it's a little bit harder to find. Some people refresh this shop for 1 diamond. I don't like doing this. I just, be patient. You'll eventually find it. Just check the pop-up shops whenever they pop up. Or you could search up online which cosmetics drop in which village, and then you could just mark those down. And then whenever you see like Leon's Castle or whatever ordained village, you'll click on that one. When you see some of the other ones like Post Town Tull or whatever, you wouldn't, because you know that the cosmetics you really want there from the pop-up shops won't appear, because there is a list. You can see the sales list for each town is different. So you can go here and make sure the ones that you're fishing for. You will get when they pop up in the village that you're going for them. So yeah, actually this is a really helpful list here. So yeah, let me know what you think of this purchasing guide for all of the different shops. If I missed anything, let me know. And if you have any other advice, hit me up in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.